It's now time for Cappy, the Real Paranormal Podcast with host Johnny Rushing, the founder and lead investigator of Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations. We now take you to the studio for today's show. Here is Johnny Rushing.
Hello, everybody. It is time for Cappy, the Real Paranormal. Once again, here in the beautiful Selma, Alabama.
Selma, Alabama.
I like the way I said it better.
Well, I mean, I'm just translating for the listeners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. I forgot you speak fluent Stupanese.
Yes.
I'm glad.
I've got a master's in
one of the reasons why I
Stupanese.
kind of keep you around, because you have to translate for Stupid Johnny.
Yes.
So I appreciate that. That voice you guys hear arguing with me and patronizing me is the awesome John Bowen. Hello, John. How are you?
Johnny, I am doing excellent.
We missed you last week, man.
I mean, technically I was on, but I wasn't
I know,
in
but
studio.
I didn't get to look at your pretty mug while we're doing the show.
Okay.
And that next time you're on Zoom, you have to be camera so I can see you.
Oh, you didn't want to see me
Yeah,
last week.
I did.
Ooh, I looked rough.
But speaking of beautiful mugs, let's talk about who else is on tonight.
Who else is on?
The beautiful Southern Belle herself, Miss Beth. Hello, Beth.
Hello, how are you guys?
How you doing, gorgeous?
The show takes a whole turn whenever she comes on and says hello, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's like melancholy, and it's just like two fat guys sitting around. But then she comes on and says hello, and it's just like, okay,
it's
rainbows.
Like someone turned on a
unicorns.
light in the dark room.
Right,
It's like, ha, ha.
And speaking of 976 voices, we also have the beautiful Lydia.
Hello.
Lydia.
She's got that awesome voice, doesn't she?
No, she's got a gorgeous voice
very
if she
soothing.
uses it.
Yeah, when she uses it. It's hard to get her
Right,
going.
yeah.
But once she starts going, it's good, though.
Yeah, very much so.
Well, guys, you know what I usually do, John?
What did you usually
Whenever
do?
we have a sponsor. What's that?
My tongue was tied. I apologize.
John is not operating on all four cylinders today.
There's
What I
four?
usually do is we start the show and we kind of segue into the sponsor. You know, I don't want to do that tonight because I'm so excited
Oh
about
my
our sponsor.
gosh.
I don't want to segue into this. I just want to jump right into it. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I'm so giddy about getting this information out that I'd just rather let's just jump right into it.
Let's jump in.
Guys, if you have never in your life been down to the place on the river called the Sandbar,
Oh my gosh.
I feel sorry for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I really, really do. I feel so much, I dare I say pity. I really do. I feel so much pity. It's the Sandbar at One Marine Drive, Selma, Alabama. Y'all get down there. It's right there as you go into the old marina. Well, I guess it's still a marina, but it is pretty old. But
Yeah.
it's still there. You know, you can still launch a boat from there.
It's
But,
beautiful.
yeah, the producer was telling me that he was launching a boat the other day there. So, yeah, right there as you go into the marina. Before you even get to the marina, there's this big, giant building there with a winding maze of an entrance to get into it. It's worth it. You have to work up an appetite to get in.
Yeah. I mean, and it reminds me of something you would expect to see like on the beachfront down in
It
Gulf
does.
Shores or something
It
like that.
does.
Is it up on stilts?
You know, it floods there a lot.
Oh, okay. So that makes
So,
sense.
yeah, they have to do the whole stilt thing. But you get that I'm on the beach feeling
Yeah.
while you're there. You really do. And then whenever you eat that shrimp,
Oh man.
you could close your eyes and you're sitting in Orange Beach.
Yeah, definitely.
No doubt.
Gulf Shores.
No doubt.
Oh,
Absolutely.
man.
Guys, it's the Sandbar. One Marina Drive there in Selma, Alabama, right there at the City Marina. They are open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 8. But guess what?
What's up?
11 to 8 is the kitchen time.
Okay.
But Michelle says that if need be, she'll stay open later.
Wow.
If she has to tell the staff, you guess what? You're not going anywhere. We've got too many people and they're too hungry, so I'm going to need you to stay. They will stay open later for you.
Well, I mean, one thing that she said also that staff.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, wonderful people. I mean,
So nice.
and I mean, they've had this, pretty much the same staff since they opened.
Yeah.
That's a rare thing.
Very rare.
I mean,
Very, very
that's
rare.
incredible.
They have a full bar with draft beer, bushwhacker, frozen drinks. I kept eyeballing that pina colada, but I kept saying to myself, I got a show to do. I got a show to do.
Sounds good to me.
Need to chill out. They have TVs with all the sports channels. It's right there on the Alabama River, like I said, there at the City Marina. They have outside deck, and it's family friendly. Guys, definitely go check them out. She wouldn't let us feature her on the show before we came there.
No. She
She
said,
said, I have a condition before allowing
sponsor.
you to do this, to sponsor your show. I have a condition. And I said, okay, name it. And she says, you guys have to come here and eat first. I now know why she wanted us to do that.
because we're addicted.
And I'm also very glad she did that too. Because
those wings.
We normally do that anyway with a sponsor. We
yeah.
usually patronize our sponsors because I don't want to. We were talking about this earlier on the drive over. I don't want to support anything that I can't get behind.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I go somewhere and it's not, what I think is good, and I don't want to send people there and hurt my name and the show's name, then why would I do that?
Exactly. Integrity, Johnny. Integrity.
Integrity and reputation is everything for us. So, but guys, we have no quarrels.
Oh my gosh.
No reservations whatsoever for allowing the Sandbar to sponsor us. We did the wings, the hot wings, the Buffalo
wings?
hot
Oh,
wings.
man.
Oh, man, my only regret. What did I tell you when we were done?
There wasn't more?
Yep, I wanted more. I said we got to go do this show. I can't sit here and drink beer and eat wings like I wanted to. But oh my gosh, it was
Hamburger
so great.
steak,
You need to stop.
French fries.
We'll just quit the French fries, hand cut French fries,
my
and the prices.
Oh Lord,
Wow.
You would typically, for the kind of meal that we had, it would probably run you $25,
$25 to $28.
yeah, somewhere in there.
This was all in the teens,
Yeah,
single and double digit teens. I mean, oh my gosh, it was so good. I just can't. I'd rather let's just do the whole show on the Sandbar.
well, hey,
We'll just talk about the Sandbar.
I'm there. I'll do that. I volunteer.
And guess what else we're going to do at the Sandbar? It's official.
Oh,
we need a date.
We do. We need a date, Mrs. Beth, to do the next Cappy meet and greet because the Sandbar wants us to come there and do the meet and greet. They've got downstairs, second level.
It's outdoor seating.
Outdoor seating. It's a covered patio with fans, and it's just it's so beautiful. It really is. And John, the walls are chalkboards.
Yes,
You can just draw on the walls with chalk, and it's good.
we have to put a Cappy somewhere.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely put Cappy up and maybe even bring the banner or something. But
yeah.
so it's going to be so much fun. So definitely Beth does our dating, our scheduling, and everything. So Beth, if you would work on getting us a next date for the Cappy meet and greet, we definitely want to come down to Selma and do it at the Sandbar.
Oh, definitely. Hey, do they have like online ordering or anything like that?
They do. They absolutely do. They also do online ordering. You can do that at the Sandbar Selma, the Sandbar Selma, no spaces, all lowercase.com, the sandbarselma.com. You can do online ordering so you don't have to wait or anything like that. So, and once you try that food, you don't want to wait. You just want to get it.
You just want more.
You really do. So y'all definitely. We're going to do the whole show on this.
Okay.
I haven't even started the timer yet. I always do that. Yeah, I always do that. But the Sandbar, y'all go check it out, please, because it is amazing. And we're going to do the Cappy meet and greet. You guys can actually see what John and I look like, and Beth and Lydia and everybody. See what everybody looks like there at the Sandbar. So we're definitely going to get out there and do that.
Now, there's something else coming up here next weekend.
There is.
Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah.
What is it?
The dates.
22nd.
You're gonna do it again.
24th.
Yeah, we're about to do it again.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be.
Yeah, we're going to do it again. This, guys, right now, you're listening to this on Saturday at 7 p.m. So this weekend is when we're doing our Cappy camp. We will be there after the show tonight, and you can come out on Sunday morning as well and meet the team as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But we're going to be at Paul M. Grist State Park this weekend doing our Cappy camp. We do the class there. We do, oh my gosh, we do what we fish. Sometimes we hike, boating,
boats,
and swimming, and
playing with horses.
Yeah, we just have so much fun there. It's
and eat.
a lot of eating.
Oh man,
we are not amateurs when it comes to eating.
No,
we are professional eaters.
That's my second master's degree was in eating.
In eating, I believe that. I really do.
That's the second one.
I look like I have a doctorate in it. I'm a big boy, and I loves my food so much. So yeah, guys, come on out Sunday morning. You can't come out Saturday because you won't know about it until right now at 7:00 on Saturday. But definitely come out Sunday morning or Saturday evening after the show.
Yeah,
too.
sure.
Absolutely. And then and just come out anytime. And it's out at Paul M. Grist State Park. Everybody knows where that's at, right out on the 100-acre lake there at Grist Park. So y'all get out there and check us out. Come out Saturday right after the show. Right after the show as a matter of fact, get in your car now.
Yeah, and listen to the show on the way
Listen to
there.
the show on the way to Paul Grist.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, you can say, hey, we were listening to the show.
Yeah. And we more than likely there will be someone at the camp with the show going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll be listening to the show, too. Absolutely. John won't because he won't make it. John's not going to be at this camp, unfortunately.
No.
You won't get to
Sorry.
see John. You will get to see him at the meet and greet very soon, but you won't get to see him at camp because he's got a family obligation he's got to take care of that weekend, so he's not going to make it. But that's okay. We'll still have a lot of fun. It's not going to be the same without him, but we'll still have a lot of fun. We really will. But he, too, is going to try to make it on Sunday.
Yes.
So.
That's I'm
Okay.
trying to work things out to where I can at least come Saturday night or Sunday and at least come.
And what we may do is we just may spend the night again Sunday night. And then you just chill.
Sounds
out
like a
with us.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we always say it,
We have
talk
to
about
be
doing
here
it,
on Monday anyway.
and we can hit some
Right.
Right. So we just may do that.
Okay.
What the heck? All right. Hey, I think we ought to get on with the show.
maybe.
I really
Hey,
do.
are we doing a show today?
We are doing a show.
Oh,
today. What
shoot.
the heck? Why not?
Why not? Let's
We can
do
just
it.
shut up and do the show. All right. Well, here's what we wanted to do, guys. Beth and I were talking yesterday, and these show ideas don't come easy.
Oh no.
You know, it's not something that we just have a big book of or anything like that. We have to think about it, and I kind of fashion it after our class. You know, look at the stuff that we do during the Paranormal Haunting 101 class, and talk about a lot of stuff that we talk about in the class because that's interesting and people want to know it. That's why they take the class.
Mm-hmm.
But you can just listen to the show and don't have to worry about the class. Just listen to the podcast, and you get all the class right there. But you just have to put it all together, I guess, right?
Yeah, got assembly required.
Yeah,
Some assembly required.
The ideas for this show is not easy to do. It's really not. So what we have to do is we just have to come up with ideas. Well, yesterday we were talking. I think Beth it was that asked me. She said, "Hey, what's the show about? What's the topic on the show?" And I said, "I have absolutely no idea." The day before the show, I have no idea what the show is going to be about. So she came up with an idea that it was so good that I stole it.
Stirs it.
I did. I took it. I said, okay, guys, this is what we're going to do. After Beth suggested it. So, yeah. But, no, I was just messing with her. But, talking about stories, the stories we've compiled over the years. We've done the spooky story thing, but we want to do the funny and the, weird and strange stories of investigations that we've done without naming where we were. Unless we have permission, you know, and I think that would be pretty interesting. It's always interesting when you have like a little round table discussion, or a little campfire chat, if you will, on war stories.
War stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What about it, John? What kind of comes to your mind?
The very first story that I always go to was actually my very first investigation with Cappy.
That was at the law office.
That was at the law office.
Yeah.
You and the client had left the building, and I was turning off the lights, going lights out after we got all of our equipment set up.
Just out of curiosity, I've always wondered this. When I left the building, is there ever an audio that says, Johnny has left the building?
I didn't catch that EVP.
Okay, I just go ahead with your story.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay,
curious.
that's
I've
fine.
always wondered this. Kind of like, does the light go off in the refrigerator? You know?
No. They might be confused considering you're Johnny and I'm John.
I'm going to work on that. I'm going to have like a little audio done and hit a button every time I leave a building. Johnny has left the building.
That would be interesting. You'd be leaving a lot of speakers behind, though.
You're right.
Yeah, but no. So, meanwhile, back at the plot, the law office I'm talking about, they have an alarm system that whenever you open a door, it beeps. So I heard that beep and I heard the door close, so I knew I was by myself. Now, typically with a brand new investigator, you don't really leave them by themselves.
Yeah.
But Johnny had so much faith in me
No, I just forgot about you.
Yeah, you just forgot.
I got outside and said, "Oh crap."
Did I leave John in there by himself? Yes, Johnny, you did.
No, you came already knowing everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a good we're getting off of track. So yeah, I was going down a hallway. We had sensor lights set up and stuff like that, and I walked by one of the sensor lights and it went off. Well, I mean, first investigation, it did kind of startle me a little. I'll be honest, and I'm walking in. I just got this paranoid feeling that something was watching me. So I turned around with my cell phone camera, which at the time was an iPhone and had the live shot that takes a little short video.
Yeah.
And
takes a series of photos that turns into a video.
Yeah. So I took what I thought was just a still shot. Well, little did I know that I actually caught something there.
Yep.
Just like, once again, that same location, that same night, I took a picture of the window outside the law office because I got this feeling I was being watched. And lo and behold, we were doing a postmortem, what we call a postmortem, which is we go and eat after investigations, usually at a Waffle House or something like that.
Yeah.
And I showed John, I was like, do you see something there? And sure enough, you said that there was an apparition in the image. Do you remember that one?
Yep.
Now, one thing about investigations is you might not see anything while you're on the investigation.
Exactly.
Well, we were doing a get together. I don't know if we would consider that a case study night at Beth's. Mm-hmm. And I was scrolling through pictures that I took on my phone, and that live image came up. And like I said, I think it was Beth that was like, what is that? And just, you see this partial manifestation, I guess it would be considered.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you start, especially if it's blown up on a big screen, I mean, you can start seeing details of a face.
Right.
So yeah, that by far has been my biggest story that I tell. It's always my first go-to.
Yeah. That
everybody loves the law office.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's
I want to go so bad.
It's good that we have them on retainer, not for legal purposes, but for investigative purposes. We always can go there. We've built that rapport and that relationship with them so much that's one of our go-to places.
Oh yeah,
and it never fails to produce.
Yeah.
It doesn't disappoint anytime. So every time we've been there, it's been really awesome. We even had another radio show there and some guests from that station, and they
had experiences.
Yeah, they all had experiences there, and it was amazing.
Yes.
So I've always loved that one. I want to tell, this isn't from an investigation, but it's kind of funny, and you kind of reminded me about it with something you said. But my house, I started telling you this earlier, but my house, we try to keep all the lights off because the power bill is so expensive.
Oh yeah.
And because we have a lot on our power bill from the barn and, the houses and everything. So, but I stumbled upon, or actually Paramama stumbled upon a light that you can put in your ceiling in any room in your house, and it's actually a motion detection light to where you can just leave it on, but it turns off with no motion, and then whenever you walk through there, it turns that light on.
Yeah.
And so my plan is to, from the front door of my house, when you walk in, I want to put one in the living room there because that's what you walk into first. And then there's a long hallway that goes down to the bedrooms and bathrooms and everything. And so I want to put motion lights all the way down. So I tested it last night and put one in the hallway. And Dakota,
oh no,
people of our the people that frequent our YouTube show know Dakota very well. She comes on,
Cappy Camp.
Yeah, or Cappy Camp. Yeah, they know Dakota. But she's my 11-year-old daughter. I was doing the show last night, and I needed her to bring me a device. I was having trouble with the show last night.
Yeah.
YouTube wouldn't cooperate with me.
Evil YouTube.
Yeah, they wouldn't cooperate with me. So it was between that or my PC that something wasn't happening. So I needed a cable, and I asked her to come and get it, and I had forgotten that I put the motion light. I wasn't even thinking about that. So she comes walking. She comes walking up the hallway, and we've had activity at our house, so she's always on the kind of like walking on eggshell kind of thing, But she comes walking up that hallway, and about midways, several steps away from the switch to turn that light on, the light comes on. And it hit me as soon as it came on, because I'm watching her come up the hallway, and it hit me. I was like, oh, yeah, I got that motion light in it. But Dakota, I was looking at the light. I looked down at Dakota. She is frozen in the middle of the hallway. Her eyes are the size of coffee saucers. Yeah.
Toby, are you here?
And the only thing that she could do was look straight at me down the hallway and say, Dad? And I'm not such a nice guy sometimes. Yeah. I know that's hard to believe, but I can be a bit of a scant sometimes. And I looked at her and I said, what, baby? And she said, and looks up at the light. I'm like, okay, yeah, there's a light in the ceiling, baby. You know that. Come here, bring me the cable. And it's just acting completely oblivious to what's going on.
Oh, Johnny.
And so she's just standing there. Her whole body starts to shake. I think she was starting to have like a seizure or something right there in the hallway.
It's called a panic attack, Johnny.
Yeah, it was bad. And so I started feeling bad then. And I was like, baby, what is it? And she said, just the same way she said, Dad, she says, light. And I lost it. I started just dying out laughing. And I told her, I said, baby, I put a motion sensor light in there. Now, she's a daddy's girl. She has been all of her 11 years. She's been 100% daddy's girl. That is the first time in 11 years that child has ever had a look of complete hatred and want to kill on her face. And actually frightened me as she's walking into the room.
That is
where
awesome.
Would you like your cable, Daddy?
Yeah, where do you want it at? Do you want it in your hand or around your throat? I can do either. It was just too funny. It was so funny there. It really was. The look on that kid's face. And then whenever I said I put in emotional sensor light, and her growing up in the paranormal, she knows what emotion sensor light is. So the first thing that she thought was not, oh, what is that? First thing that she thought was, I'm actually going to kill my father tonight.
It's not, he's a ghost. It's I kill my daddy.
Yeah, I make a ghost.
I make a ghost. Oh, man.
That just, I felt bad afterwards. I really did. I didn't realize. She's hard to scare.
Yeah,
this is
Dakota
a kid that loves horror movies. She's 100% like her daddy. She loves horror movies. She loves the paranormal. We sit and watch scary videos all the time, and I'm prepping her for her first investigation coming up when she turns 12 and gets to take the class, and she's grown up in this. I mean, all her life. So, but that got her. That got her. I can
imagine.
I'm just glad that she didn't have to go to the bathroom or anything at that point.
Clean up on aisle 4.
She'd have probably done that right then and there, and then I would have been dead because she would have definitely killed me after that. There is Polar Bear.
Polar Bear.
Oh, good.
Did we get him? Did you catch him? Did you caught you a bar when you were
Polar
on the
Bear? Are you there?
Yeah.
There he is. Hey, we were hoping you'd make it. We kept sending messages. We couldn't call you like you suggested because where we're at, we can't get out. We can't get the
That's
phone.
all right. I was outside anyway. I'm sorry. I was finishing up cutting the grass. Lost track of the time.
Hey, that's a perfect day to do that. So that's cool.
Yeah. I'm taking advantage of this cooler weather when it's not
Oh my gosh, it's
100
so
degrees past hell.
Amen. Well, what we're doing tonight, Polar Bear, we'll catch you up a little bit. What we're doing tonight is we're talking about just war stories from investigations, something to make them laugh or spooky, or it could be anything. Just something to, that you found weird or strange or funny or whatever.
Well, I got a couple of stories. What is our guidelines, as far as the profanity and vulgarity?
We prefer no profanity, if that'd be.
Yeah.
Specify with this group.
The FCC is a real thing.
They're a little picky on that.
Yeah.
Are we on the air now?
We are.
We are.
Okay. All right. Nobody tells me these things.
I sent you a text.
Okay. All right. So I'm sorry. Walking through staring at cupcakes right now. I lost my mind for a minute.
Oh, I would too.
I hear you. Me too.
All right.
So give us a good
turn
one.
to tell the story.
Yeah, go ahead.
The story that comes to mind as soon as you said weird or funny was the one where I broke wind on a recording, and it had to be verified that it was the Polar Bear Express.
Polar Bear
And-
Express.
I love
The
it.
Polar Express was coming through some little girl's bedroom, breaking wind, and my daughter was in there breaking her soul, laughing. Bless her heart. She was stuck in there with me with the door shut.
Oh no!
I'm at that age after all the cigars I've had and the wind in my face on a motorcycle. I can't smell as much as that poor. At the time she was 13.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh!
I noticed when she turned all kinds of colors, something was wrong. So
She was
at that
possessed,
point, I took
right?
action. I put her on my shoulder, run out the room, saved the day.
That's
Not only did I create the problem, but I also created a solution, which
Hey.
sounds a lot like our government at the
You
time.
were you were
Ooh,
Too soon?
that-
too soon.
truth, brother, truth.
Truth. Now, is this the same incident that Beth was listening to the case study, the EVP?
It's the same incident gets held over my head always.
Yeah,
Also, the attack of Miss Beth Harris 2022.
that's right. Tell us about that, Beth. What were you doing? You were doing a case study.
And everything was mundane, and you're listening to this is naming the people that's there and doing the EVPs and stuff.
Yeah, it can get a little melancholy.
A little tedious.
Yeah.
And somebody had said something like, "How are you doing?" or something like that. Polar Bear thought that was funny. He's like, "Yeah, how's your mom and them?" I just died laughing. And then, just a few minutes later, that happened. And I was done. I couldn't
supernatural
listen anymore
flatulence.
for a minute, because it was so funny. So funny.
I was talking about the time that I made the poor boss lady of the group lead.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a
yeah.
little time there that Polar Bear had it out for Beth.
yeah. I mean, he was new. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the pecking order.
Yeah, he does
And
now.
listen, if you want to make it to the top, you got to aim for the top.
That's right. That's right. That is
I
right.
can't beat her naturally because she's such a anomaly. She's brilliant,
Right.
so I had to take her out behind the curtains.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to kind of ninja that assassination. He really did, but it didn't work. She survived and
Because she's immortal.
Came back for vengeance.
came back.
Well, I
Yeah.
stayed quiet. We were in the middle of an EVP session, weren't we? When you sat
Yes,
down,
ma'am.
Yeah.
We were.
and I stayed quiet. I did really well, I thought. Till the
In
lights
fact,
went on.
the first incident I do believe was in Selma.
Oh, was it really?
I think so.
Oh, you're right. It sure was.
It was.
It sure was.
Yeah.
I don't want to specify where, but
The one
I'm
over
hoping
in
y'all can
Burnsville.
remember.
Oh yeah.
In Burnsville.
Uh huh.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
absolutely right. Yep, in Burnsville. Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sure was. I'd forgotten all about that.
Yeah, my brain's went.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I stepped on that poor lady's toe, about broke it. I sat down and I had at the time a concealed carry, legally owned, and it caught her from like her elbow down as I sat down. Because I'd like to remind the audience that it was pitch black.
It was.
I don't see in the
It
dark.
was.
You know, the more guilty someone is, the more excuses they come up with.
Right.
You know,
Well, let me
just
finish.
saying.
I got a bunch more. All right.
Now, Beth,
It's my lie. I'll tell it how I want to.
Beth,
That's all right.
Beth, could you actually audibly, during the case study, could you actually audibly hear the supernatural flatulence, or was it?
No, I
was all
just
natural,
heard,
sir.
I believe I just heard that was Polar Bear farting or something like that.
That was Polar Bear farting.
That was Polar Bear party.
Next on the list, we've
Well,
got
we've told everybody that if you make a noise,
you call it
you
out.
have to call it out
That's
because
right.
later
Who
on,
smelt it, dealt it, baby.
Yeah, I was simply following protocol.
Exactly.
You were. You
Exactly.
did really well.
Yeah.
I just
Out.
that's all.
Sometimes it ends up being a lot of fun. Most of the time, it ends up being a lot of fun. Even if we don't reach the pinnacle of evidence, we still always have an awesome time.
We do. We really do.
Can you really say the phrase "reach the pinnacle" right after supernatural flatulence?
Yes, I can. I do not recognize that as an oxymoron, sir.
Don't call him a moron. Gosh, that's so mean.
He's so straightforward.
I know, seriously.
He really is. It's one of the things I love about him.
It's raised by the best. Tom.
Amen.
All right, who else has a flatulent story? I'm done.
Oh, don't have a flatulent story, unfortunately.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
And just a quick side note, P.S. I have fell asleep on the second floor of a very large building by accident.
I am notorious
Beth can contest to
for
that.
falling asleep.
Well, it's peaceful. It's quiet. It's dark. What do you expect?
It is. I think sometimes my energy is taken and I can't help but to fall asleep. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
That's my story and I'm sticking to.
But one that I was awake at, I just found very interesting, was in eastern Alabama, where a lady was having trouble at night. Something was bothering her in bed at night and was really had her upset. And we did a prayer for her, and we were all standing around holding hands, doing the prayer. And as we're praying, you could just feel the relief from her body. I mean, she was just, and it was just, it was a great moment.
A sweet spirit.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I remember that lady. She was so wonderful.
She was a sweet, sweet lady.
Oh man. Those are the kinds of stories that I really love, is where we're able to give someone some relief.
Yes.
Answer some questions, or at least, give someone a bit of give them a little bit of peace.
Yeah. Like the
a little
lady
closure.
Closure. And maybe not closure, but at least an answer.
Sure.
Right.
Direction.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I think Tommy's home.
Tommy! All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. What about you, Lydia? Do you have a story for us? And we don't need to hear about any dragons.
Why not the dragons?
Wah, wah, wah.
Because, I mean, unless it's the Imagine Dragons, because they're pretty cool.
That's only for radio or sound checks.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that there was a rule there.
Okay.
We don't really have a story per se, but there's one that y'all have told before that I would love to hear again about the Where's Corey?
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
that was a good one.
I wish Corey was on tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This story's outside my jurisdiction. I don't even know what we're talking about.
The Where's Corey story?
Yeah, you'll have to lay it on me. This is new to me.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was not part of the team at the time the Where's Corey story occurred.
Johnny, will you do the honors?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. We had a little bit of a weird. We have a story right now.
Yeah.
Should we tell? I mean,
well, considering
that was kind of crazy.
Our next show,
I left the studio for a second just now. If y'all couldn't tell, that's why I wasn't talking. But John and I are sitting here and we're listening to Beth talk, and like right outside the room right here was someone talking. It sounded like a female. Right here. Awesome. It was loud enough that we heard it with our headphones on.
Yeah. I'm wondering about listening back to this
right?
Audio.
I hope that got caught because that was like really, really loud and audible.
Yeah.
So I got up to investigate to go look, and I went all the way around to the other side of the studio where the producer is, and he was in there. He wasn't out here.
So, and that's the thing is, there are 3 males in this building. There are no females here.
Yeah, there's no females here right now. It's just John and I and the producer, Joey, and that's it. There's nobody else here. And there was a female, it sounded like they were right outside our door.
And that's the thing is, Johnny and I both kind of
we
looked at each other.
Reacted at the same time.
And I looked. I was like, and a lot of times, you don't whisper during an investigation. That's just that's a big no because it can be picked up by our equipment and made people think that it's
something that's not.
Something's not. So I always do hand signals, even though when it's dark and you're in an investigation. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
But I made the talking I made the talking motion with my hand.
Yeah, do you hear that? Like,
And it's like,
talking.
and I pointed in the direction he's like nodding his
that
head.
freaked me out, man. That's hard to freak me out, but that freaked me out because it was
man.
like someone right outside the door
Yeah.
talking right here, a female talking right outside the door. So I went looking for the producer Joey to make sure he was still in his booth, and he was.
Yeah.
He's back there chilling out, and yeah, that was weird. I'm sorry, guys. That
sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Right.
it really does.
And Joey, if you can hear us, can you come in here for a second?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that the story about where's Corey is we were doing an investigation at the old Vaughn Hospital here in Selma, actually, and I don't know what happened there. It just went to that. So, but we were at the old hospital doing an investigation.
Interesting timing.
And during that investigation, there was a room you could go in there that was an old records room, and it was sealed basically, and so no light could get in there. The door was sealed, like air sealed, and when you'd open it or close it, it would go. It was like all sealed up.
Pressurized.
Pressurized.
Yeah, it was done that way because I guess because of fire. If there was a fire, it was like a vaulted room to save the records.
Yeah,
that's what I've always hypothesized about that. Anyway, but we were in there, and I wanted to show the team, the other guys, which included Corey, pure pitch dark, and not many people have experienced 100% pitch dark. And until you haven't, one of the best places I've been able to find besides there to do that is at the Caverns up North Alabama. You can go there, and there's a period where they turn off all the lights.
Yes.
All the light sources are turned off, and it's literally pitch dark. You can't see your hand an inch in front of your face. And that's the way this room was. So I wanted to show them that. Well, we did that, and Corey was one of the investigators and became kind of rattled a little bit. After that, he said he felt something, and he needed to leave. He said, I need to take myself away, because we tell everybody that whenever they go on an investigation with, especially if it's their first time, but all the team knows it too, there's sometimes somebody may have to leave, because they just something's getting to them, and they just got to go, and they just can't handle it. Because remember, what we do is paranormal.
Yeah, it's not normal. It's not something
normal
a person.
people may need to leave, and so that's and if that happens, we don't take that as a joke or anything. As a matter of fact, my team members know that if they ever was to joke about somebody doing that, then that would be their last
Goodbye.
investigation.
We
Yeah.
don't need your kind around here.
Right. So we don't mess around with that. So we got him out of there. Well, our next trip back in without Corey, we got a perfect, very 100% clear EVP of what sounded like a little girl saying, "Where's Corey?
Where's Corey?
Yeah." And so
He hates like creepy little girls and kids.
no, kids, not
Kids,
girls. Yeah, just kids and dolls. Yeah.
For
Dolls.
any new listeners, Johnny, will you explain an EVP?
Yeah, it's a disembodied voice. It's electropon.
Electromagnetic.
Electronic
Electronic voice phenomenon.
voice phenomenon.
We got too much sandbar in us. We can't talk tonight. Yeah. An EVP is an electronic voice phenomenon. It is a disembodied
Digital
voice.
recorder.
Yeah, not just a digital recorder. It could be done on tape as well, on reel to reel. I used to catch them on there, but
But
for some
primarily what
reason-
we use now is digital, correct?
Right, of course.
I
And
got you.
but nobody knows why. There's people out there that have some hypotheses on how this actually happens, but nobody really knows why it happens. There's no way for us to know how it happens. I mean, I guess we could die and go take notes and come back and tell everybody, but no one will volunteer to do that. So, but yeah, that's we got that on recording of it saying, "Where's Corey?" And so I mean, and that was wild. It really was. I was almost as wild.
Excellent evidence.
As a few minutes ago. That
was incredible.
You know what? I was going to do this at the last, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it now, just so people will know. Next Saturday, 1 week from tonight, we are going to be doing a live investigation here at the radio station. There has been reports, and I think John and I just had a report. Had our first experience
I
here.
do believe that would be considered a confirmed
and John,
PE.
guess what? I don't know if you remember this or not, but one of the reports is a female.
Oh yeah, it is
a female.
It's a female.
Right. Yeah. So that kind of plays into it. I just popped in my head, but yeah, that did sound like a female talking to us, literally talking to us, or talking to somebody anyway. Stop! You're scaring me. But you said that, and I looked real quick. I was like, "Is it again? Did it come back?" No. But yeah, we're going to do a live investigation right here at the studio So that's going to be on next Saturday at 7 p.m. So you guys do not want to miss that. Now it kind of sounds like we did all that to build this up.
Well, I wish I had my gear with me right now because
I
I'm like,
know.
I'm getting this.
Yeah. I
It's-
always
it's
have my
the
gear in my
itch.
car, but I took it out and gave it to you the last time. So it's with our equipment. So
It's in the hands of our equipment manager.
yeah. So, but yeah, we'll have all the equipment here next Saturday. We're going to do the investigation here. We're going to let you guys listen to it. You're going to hear it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, definitely.
I really am. And we want everybody on the team to be. Is everybody going to be here? Polar Bear, are you going to be here next Saturday?
I'm going to do my best. What weekends are Cappy Camp? That's not this weekend.
That's
This coming weekend.
So we'll be leaving from the camp, going to the station.
No, because that will be that next day after the camp.
I got you.
So it's like Cappy Camp ends on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the recording on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll do the
There's where I
investigation on
lost
Monday,
you. I
and that will
thought you had
air
said
Saturday.
Unless for some reason we
did say Saturday, but what you have to keep in mind is, and I don't know if anybody even knows this or not. We may be letting the cat out of the bag, but what we do for this show is we record the show every Monday, but it airs every Saturday.
Yes,
Right.
I think
Now,
we talked
we
about
have
that
two
before.
more shows. Well, actually, tonight's show and the next week's show, the investigation, and then that ends this season.
Yep.
That's the season in the box, as they say. It's a
Can.
wrap.
What an
Yeah, in the
awesome
can.
kickoff we've had.
Oh my gosh, yes. And what we're going to do is a season opener from the finale. The finale is going to be the investigation next Monday.
Yes.
And you'll hear it next Saturday. That's going to be the finale of this season. Now, this season is 11 episodes, but it's going to be 10 after this. We're going to do 10 show seasons after the first season, because we did the pilot and then 10 seasons or 10 shows. And then the season opener is going to be the reveal for the investigation here at the station.
Cool.
So everything that we did, anything that we catch during the investigation, we're going to share with the listeners on the season opener on that next show. But there's going to be a difference.
What's different, Johnny?
The show is no longer going to be on 101.5.
What?
The radio show is not going to be on this channel anymore.
But
We're going to
We're
move
gonna
it.
miss them.
We're going to move it to 100.9.
Oh, they're gonna follow us.
Yeah, the big one, the big
big show.
And here's another thing, John, that I think everybody's going to be super excited about.
What's that, Johnny? What's the Johnny?
It's going to be live broadcast. It's not going to be recorded broadcast like it is now. It's going to be live broadcast, so they can start calling. People can have
People
callers.
can call in.
Call
We can
in.
actually
Call in the
talk.
show.
It's great.
awesome.
That is fantastic.
And what we're going to do is we're going to
Lord.
do our topic show for the first 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then we're going to do nothing but call-ins after that for a Q&A on that topic or whatever they want to take it. And then how that goes, we may do a whole show with nothing but call-ins. It just depends how it goes. But we'll kind of flip-flop back and forth probably. But it's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of fun, guys. So definitely don't stop listening after this season. The season finale next Saturday at 7 p.m. is going to be the radio station investigation.
Awesome. I am so excited.
I'm pumped.
That's
Especially after today.
Yes, exactly. I want to
Now
go
I'm
grab
like-
my equipment right now, Johnny.
Right.
I want my equipment.
That was not a setup. I hope everybody knows that. That was.
I hope we got it.
I wasn't even
mean,
thinking
we've got
about
all
the
these
investigation
microphones.
show. I hope we
Oh,
did
that's
too.
not hot.
I hope we did catch that. I really
Dang
do.
it, that's not even
How
hot.
would you have caught it?
Yeah, these are not hot, so they probably didn't catch it.
I was hoping. I mean,
Okay, a new rule from now on: we're bringing in recorders every time we do the show.
heck yes.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's going to be. And guess what else we're going to do, John?
What is it, Johnny?
The station investigation show. We're going to film it. We're actually going to have cameras
Cool.
of the entire
Oh,
investigation.
that will be good.
Yes, and then those will be provided on our social media, so that people can actually see during the investigation. You'll see the studio, and we're going to have the camera set up in here, and we'll have our video guy in here, and I'll probably be in here, and then we'll have team members outside on wireless mics and around the building, and it's going to be awesome. I wish that was tonight. I
Oh
really do.
man. Well, no, I don't wish it was tonight because they're not here.
Yeah, it would be just me and you.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've
I don't
done
wanna
it
do that.
before,
Yeah, we've
but
done it before.
for something like this, I want.
I want everybody. I want the whole team here, man.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely.
And I mean, and maybe we might have a special guest or two.
Possible.
Okay, look, guys, we have got this investigation next week coming up, and we can't really say anything as of right this second, but we are trying to get some special guests for y'all.
It's going to be an awesome night. It really
That
is.
sounds good. That sounds fun.
I can't wait. I wish it was like right now. We was just all here doing it. But yeah, it's going to be next Saturday, guys. Team, it'll be next Monday. You got to be here Monday. But for the listeners, it'll be next Saturday at 7 p.m. And then after that, you guys can actually call the station. That's going to be John. I'm looking forward to doing shows when we can actually take calls.
Oh yeah.
That is,
Yeah.
I'm super stoked about that.
They can realize how truly clueless I am.
Exactly.
Yay!
Exactly.
They will find out what the rest of the team already knows.
Could be interesting for sure.
All righty.
All right. Who's Beth? Have you got a story for us?
Let's see if I've got some more stories. I've got a lot of,
Pull
the
something.
investigations that we've been on and stuff.
Pull something entertaining out of your repertoire.
Hey.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Tumbleweeds.
You put me on the spot there with entertaining. You know?
Oh.
Okay, mildly amusing.
Mildly amusing. Tommy, can you help me out with that, baby?
And
Just any story that stands out in your mind when you first think of
when you first think of
investigating.
investigations that you've done. What's
Well,
the first
when
thing that pops in your mind?
we were talking about it, there was one all I can say is the new house without a toilet, and maybe I can remember that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
The door Johnny was opening and closing.
Yes.
The basement that Tommy didn't want to go into.
Yes.
Oh man,
The,
that was
Tommy,
that was a fun investigation.
Tommy stays away
But,
from basements.
yeah.
Yes.
Tommy.
Well,
But that was
nothing
the
to do
first
with
time
that.
that I'd heard footsteps on the
Yeah.
EVP,
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure was.
and was just,
Yep.
rocking. I love that.
And we got an EVP there of a child there as well in the basement,
Yep.
Right.
and a
Right.
crashing noise that didn't exist,
Right.
I
and then a
love
laugh,
that.
Yeah. And I got touched.
and you got
Oh yeah, that
touched.
was Beth's touch moment too.
Yeah.
and it wasn't even Tom this time.
That's right.
For shame.
That's kind of a hard thing to compete with, isn't it?
Hey,
If your wife comes home and says, "I got touched today," and you're like, "Who was it? I'll kill him." He says, "Too late.
That's right.
too late.
He's already dead."
Thank goodness he was there.
What you can do about it? You can't compete with that. It's just
I mean, you can get those packs for your back.
yeah.
The hoses that shoot.
cross the street.
Don't cross the streams. We can't say the
Don't
name of
cross the
the movie due to.
Hey, it's one of my favorite movies, man.
but we can't say it on the air, can we?
No, well, yeah, you can say Ghostbusters, of course.
Johnny.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say Ghostbusters. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows what it is.
Runny nose.
Yeah, everybody knows Ghostbusters.
Oh
We get called Ghostbusters all the
yes,
time.
yes.
We're not Ghostbusters. We're Ghost Liaisons.
We liaise.
We liaise.
What do you do? What do you do, John? Oh, I liaise with the spirits. You're a psychic? No, they're mostly full of crud.
Crud.
I prefer the term de facto consigliere.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Perfecto consigliere. I like that. So yeah, guys, remember next Saturday that'll be an investigation. But after that, I want you guys to do something for me. Everyone that's listening in the radio world tonight, is I want you to come up with questions. Anything you've ever wanted to ask a paranormalist but were afraid to ask, or didn't have the chance to.
Keep it PG, please.
PG-13. We can go 13.
We can go 13.
Yeah, we can go 13.
Well, I say PG because then there's going to be a few that are
There'll be
gonna
a gray
push it.
area there.
Yeah.
There will be a dump button. John will have a dump button to where he can
Oh, okay.
dump people.
He'll have
before
fun
they
with
say-
that.
He probably will. Like the first 10 callers probably won't say anything bad. It's just John just going to be happy with the button.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, how often does the everyday person get to sit down with an experienced or inexperienced, newbie like me, paranormal investigator that it just attempts to be a professional at all times? And they see them on TV with their scripted recordings, but they get to call in and ask us questions, anything they want within reason. Right. I think that it will take the show to another level personally.
I really do.
Absolutely.
I really and truly do too. I really I'm looking forward to
it. And not only will we give them a chance to ask questions that may be just eating them up or, may fascinate them, but it'll give us an opportunity to see what people think of what we do and see, how their perspective of it, how they view it.
Hey, that's the thing is, you never know unless you ask.
Yep.
That's a fact. So everyone get your questions together, and we will be
or comments.
Hey,
stories.
You're completely nuts, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's no bad question. I had a million questions when I started, and nobody treated me like I was less than. Nobody scuffed at me or looked down their nose when I asked the silliest questions, because you don't know. You don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
You start asking, people answer, and you build experience from hands-on and asking questions.
Amen. Yep, absolutely.
Like I said, everybody treated me from day one like family.
We tried our best, man. We tried our best.
So if anybody out there is interested in coming on board and experiencing it and being treated like family, don't hesitate to ask.
And you can come to... No, wait, you can't.
You can't what?
I was about to talk about Cappy Camp. I was like, wait. No, class is already done by now.
Well, we'll have other camps.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah. We'll have other camps at Paul Grist, too.
Yeah.
That's one of our
How many times a year do we do it? Two or three times a year?
There's no set to it. When we first started Cappy Camp, I think we did it like 4 times.
We did.
4 or 5.
What have we averaged for the last 3 years? 3 times a year?
3.
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Average 3. Yeah.
3, yeah.
Yeah, but we do it.
So if y'all miss out, you'll still get a chance. Whether you like cooler weather, burning hot weather for swimming, or if you like fall weather, you'll still get an opportunity.
We do it all year long. Yeah. I was just talking to the station head today. He's going to come out and
so if you want to complain about us in person,
you can do it at Cappy.
You can do it at Cap. Wait, it's going to be Saturday night.
Come on
again.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Come complain to the bosses.
But you know what you should do before Cappy Camp?
You should go eat.
Yes, you should go to the Sandbar at 1 Marina Drive, Selma, Alabama. Y'all give them a call, 334-877-1444, 334-877-1444. 1 Marina Drive. It's the Sandbar. Monday through Saturday, 11 to 8. The kitchen will stay open longer if you keep eating. I'm sure if John and I go in there, they're like, oh, yeah, we're here to midnight.
At least.
And if you want some good wings, but you want some good tasty adult beverages to go with it, they do have a full bar with very cold draft beer. I can attest to the coldness of their draft beer. Bushwhackers, frozen drinks. Just whatever you want, guys. Just do it. There's TVs. You want to go down on Saturday during the game? Go on there on Saturday during the game. You can watch the game there, right on the Alabama River, right there at the City Marina, and it's a family-friendly atmosphere. And the walls are made of chalkboards, and you can write on the walls, and it's just fun. It really is. And even the bathrooms are made of
Sandbar, yeah.
Yep, it's called the
I've never heard that name before. That's very unique. And listen, I'm very experienced when it comes to food.
Yes.
I didn't get this big off salads, but the Sandbar, that's a cool name.
It is.
It's a real cool name.
Just wait till you get to eat the food.
Yes, it's an amazing
Y'all always get to eat all the foods. I'm so jealous.
Well, hey, if you come with us, guess what?
Yeah, we're going to do the Cappy meet and greet there, too, so you can do it then. Yes, we're going to do that pretty soon. Beth's going to work on a date on that and get back with us.
Yes.
Hopefully by next Saturday, so we'll be able to tell everybody what date that's going to be.
Yes.
And we'll also put it on all our social media as well. So
definitely.
What city is the Sandbar located in?
It's in Selma.
Right here.
Oh, outstanding.
Beautiful Selma,
That's
Alabama.
not far. It's right down the road from me.
Yep,
yeah.
1 Marina Drive, Selma, Alabama. 334-877-1444.
It sounds amazing. I can't wait to try it.
It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to go back.
I know. So what are we doing after the show, Johnny?
Are we going back to Sandbar?
Man,
we should go back to Sandbar.
We might have to.
Probably might need to go back to Sandbar just to make sure they're okay.
Yeah,
right,
just check on them. Just check on them.
Yeah, just check on them. Make sure they're okay.
Right.
After
and if we happen to fall into a little bit of food while we're there,
Yeah, it happens.
It's whose fault is that?
No, seriously.
Yeah, y'all go check them out. And believe me, you will not regret it. Don't wait on our Cappy meet and greet to go there.
No, don't.
Definitely come during the Cappy meet and greet so
Yes.
you can put faces to the voices. But don't.
You might
wait on
run
that,
screaming after you see me. No,
Right. Definitely after they see me, they'll be like, this is what I've been listening to.
holy mackerel!
Oh my God! All right, guys. Well, I appreciate
Your face
everybody
is out
being
there.
here.
Hey,
It really is.
And
It
don't
really is.
forget, if you go to when you go to the sandbar, tell them you heard about them on Cappy the Real Paranormal.
Yes, please tell them that Cappy the Real Paranormal sent you. Even if you've been there before, say, you know what? We've been here before and we loved it, but we heard about you on Cappy the Real Paranormal and we want to come back.
They made me hungry.
Yeah, they made me start thinking
I
about that
blame
shrimp
them.
and hamburger steaks.
Ooh.
Had to get over here to have a cold beer and some wings. Just had to do it.
Man, that sounds right there.
Well, look, I want to thank
Hot
everybody
wings.
for being here tonight. I appreciate everybody that joined me tonight. There was John, there was Josh, there was Beth, there was Lydia. I'm sure Preston's right there next to her.
And Tom's somewhere in there.
Oh yeah,
Tom is here, but God love him.
Yeah,
He's
Tom.
busy.
He's busy. He's always
Oh,
busy.
give him a hug for us.
Yeah, tell him we love him.
Okay, I can do that.
But thank you guys for joining us. We do not miss next week's show, guys. You're not going to regret listening to it. It's going to be awesome with the investigation and everything. And believe me, if you've never heard a radio investigation, it's interesting. I've done them before on internet radio, and they're a lot of fun. They really are. You just have to be a little more verbal. But the team and I are going to get together, and we're going to talk about some of the tricks of the trade there, because we've never really talked about doing audio only investigations so that people will know what you're doing. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I promise you. We'll know how to work it in and everything. So yeah, so you guys definitely come out or listen next week, because we're going to be doing that show of that investigation. You do not want to miss it.
No.
It's going to be so much fun, and you guys get to see or get to hear basically what an investigation consists of. And so that's what I think is really what everybody's looking forward to.
That's the breaking wind and all.
Yeah, the supernatural flatulence and all, whatever. We'll do it all.
Wow.
You never
It's a
know.
very judgmental group here.
You never. If you didn't give us so much to judge,
I mean, oof. Ouch.
If I can bring a little light into somebody's life, I'm happy. With it.
amen.
Well, I mean, as long as no
Amen.
one's holding a match at the time. Never mind.
Right. Now, is that the onset of the production of Ghost Dust, or?
Well, hey, we can't talk about ghost dust on the radio, John.
That's right. I'm sorry.
That's the number one rule about ghost dust. You can't talk about ghost dust.
Ghost Dust on the radio.
On the radio.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. But come to Cappy Camp or meet and greet, and we'll explain Ghost Dust to you.
Yeah, it's a mysterious
It's a mysterious
story.
It's a mysterious substance.
I'll let you say that one, because I'm the one that. Never mind. Yeah. Oh my dear Lord.
Oh my goodness.
So here's the situation. There are certain stories that we cannot tell on the radio
Or a podcast.
or
We could on
well,
podcast,
we could podcast.
This is going
or
on both.
Cappy Live on,
Or you can just go to our
YouTube.
website and follow the link.
or you can go to our
CappyParanormal.com.
.com. Yeah, what he said.
Yeah. CAPIParanormal.com. CappyParanormal.com. You can go there and follow the link to our Facebook and YouTube and everything.
All the tubes.
We still do a live show every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central
Okay.
Standard Time on YouTube. So y'all definitely come check that out. We have a lot of fun there, and it's growing by leaps and bounds. If you guys haven't already gone there and subscribed, do that, because right now John and I have an agreement
Yep.
that once we hit 3,000 subs on YouTube, then we will get our logo. He and I will get our logo tattooed somewhere on our bodies, and we're going to do it live.
Da da da.
So you get to watch us cry. John says he's not
I'm
going
not
to
gonna
cry, but John is going to cry.
I'm going to be there in person so I can watch you cry.
That's right.
Ouch! Such faith.
Such faith.
You got so much faith in me.
That's
I love you
funny.
too, sweetheart. Gosh.
But, I mean, they're sticking that needle in your arm
Deep
over
into
and
your
over.
arm.
and over
Okay.
again.
Thousands of times a minute.
Okay.
Thousands of times of blood. And no, I'm just sorry, baby.
Probably not Faith. She just knows you.
Oh. Ouch.
All right. I want you guys to do me a huge favor sometime this week. I don't care if it's a friend, family member, or someone you meet on the street. Make at least one person smile, because that's exactly what we need the most of. Thank everybody for being here. I love you, team.
Love you, Johnny.
Look at that. I pay them.
Love
well.
everybody.
Y'all have a great night. Good night. And
Have a paranormal week, guys.
good night.
This has been Cappy, the Real Paranormal Podcast, a presentation of Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations. Please tune in again for the next episode and download any previous episodes wherever you get your favorite podcast.